All right, welcome everybody. This is November 6th, and my name is Brian Johnson. I'm with Canopy Management, and this is the next episode of Under the Canopy. This is my monthly recap as far as the last month's announced updates from Amazon regarding their ad platform. So I'll go through those changes and walk through each one of those with you, and that way we both get out of here fast. You don't have to read through all of Amazon's posts, right? We'll keep it simple. So let's go ahead and jump in over here. All right, so as far as the month in review for Amazon advertising for October 2021, new releases for sponsored products, sponsored product ad type. This is part of Amazon's native PPC advertising platform. First one, of course, is being able to use the diagnostics tool in sponsored products. Amazon obviously wanted to reduce the number of inquiries and calls to their call center and their seller support regarding advertising. Why isn't my campaign running? You know that I handle a lot of those through the Amazon PPC troubleshooting group on Facebook. I've been answering that for years now. This is going to be primarily a report that is available inside of Ad Console. So this is going to be inside of Seller Central and then, of course, within Ad Console. And it is part of the Diagnostics Hub. Now, the menu is a little bit elusive as far as getting to the Diagnostics Hub. That's why I put in the link here for you to take a look at. It's simply just advertising.amazon.com/diagnostics hub with a capital H. The purpose, of course, of this new diagnostics tool is to highlight the issues that are affecting your ads and preventing them from running. Gives you a little bit of detail as far as like, what the problem is and then what to do about it. So it's actually kind of cool. Now, is it going to be 100% of what you need? No, certainly not, because there's always going to be use cases where there's something going wrong that they're not pointing out and you can't explain. That's obviously why you come back to things like Amazon PPC troubleshooting group in order to troubleshoot your challenges in more detail. But I do really agree with Amazon. This is one update that I was looking forward to. They told me about it over the summer, and for them to roll this out finally in October, good for them, right? Good for them. So I won't go into too much detail on this. Typically, it's only going to show data if you have problems with a campaign. You're not going to see a bunch of data there right now if all your campaigns are running per the norm, right? All right, let's move forward here. The next one for sponsored product ads is going to be cross-country campaigns. So this is primarily if you are selling in multiple marketplaces, Amazon is now going to give you a little bit of time-saving ability to simply replicate those same campaigns to multiple marketplaces. Kind of clever on Amazon's side because they want you advertising your product and spending more money across the globe. And so they are making it easy and efficient for you, time-saving. This is going to be also Seller Central, Ad Console when you create a new automatic campaign. This only applies to an automatic campaign from what I can tell so far. And this ideally is simply just so that you can save a little bit of time. But one of the options you have there, of course, is the launch to other marketplaces and gives you the ability to select which marketplaces that you currently already have access to and what kind of budget that you want, including what kind of products that you have, because your products may be different depending on which marketplace that you're in, as far as different ASINs, different SKUs, that type of thing. All right, next one is going to be for sponsored brand ads. No updates for sponsored brand ads from Amazon announced, that is, for the month of October 2021. So we're going to skip through this one, jump over to sponsored display ad type. And one of the things that they introduced recently that they announced in October was custom built audiences with purchases remarketing. Now, for those of you who have access to yourself or we're working with an agency like Canopy Management to manage your demand side platform or your DSP platform, which of course is Amazon's secondary ad platform. That is a very powerful platform, and it has a lot of these kind of features and tools that are available already. And so it's kind of a cool move is that Amazon's giving the rest of us, if you will, as sellers through Seller Central access to some additional targeting metrics. I think it's a smart play for them to do, especially going into Q4 for 2021, to help us refine our ads so that, again, we keep a very high relevance as far as the ads pointing to our target audience, and we can better optimize them based off of what we already know, what we should know about our target audience. Now, this is also going to be, this is, of course, Seller Central, Ad Console. When you do create a new sponsored display campaign, you're going to have a section called audiences. Now, from audiences, you can see there are multiple audiences available. There's lifestyle, interest, life events, and in market. And I took an example here as far as interests is if you have, you can nail this down as, for instance, people's favorite TV shows. Let's say, for instance, they are a fan of Schitt's Creek, and they want to, they typically watch that. If that is a common trait among your target audience, you can peel out that specific kind of targeting in your sponsored display ads in order to speak directly to them. Maybe it is something as specific as everybody who watches this show happens to also like X or Y or has a political lean or, something, right? It could be that you are selling something that is directly related to that show. Maybe there's something where, you got something, one of these favorite shows, there's a whole long list, right? There's not just these, right? That list just keeps on going on, and you'll have to kind of dig through those to see, is there any kind of a match? This is going to require you to really understand who your target audience is. And many of you probably don't know what that is just yet because you haven't asked. Maybe that's one of the things that you reach out to and figure out a way to survey your target audience, or maybe go into your favorite Instagram group that is focused on the audience that directly purchases your type of product and simply poll them, ask them, what's your favorite TV show? What magazines do you like to read? What part of the country are you in? Whatever the case is, in order to help you narrow down where that might be. Now, I will expect that as a result of this additional targeting, that we'll start to see a little bit better information from brand analytics. Haven't seen it yet, but the demographic and psychographic information that's available inside of brand analytics is a little bit limited right now. It's more expansive, certainly in demand side platform and DSP. So certainly reach out to Canopy Management if you are in a position where you think you want to scale up. You've already gone through and maximize your existing sponsored ads as far as the native Amazon PPC ads, and you think you're ready to scale up to the big boys, as we say. All right, so I'm excited to see where this goes in the future, okay? So next one with sponsored display is they expanded out to live streams on Twitch. It's been several years, I think it's been 5 or 6 years, since Amazon acquired Twitch, which is typically a gaming communication platform. Very popular, not exclusive to, but very popular among gamers who want to talk to each other and form teams and play in esports, or electronic games, video games, as some of us may refer them to. And this is a good way. As you can see, I've got a little screenshot of where a gamer is live. They're playing with a team. They are, they've got a camera on, and they are actually live streaming. And of course, some of these gamers do have audiences. They are influencers by themselves, and therefore they may be reaching an audience that you're trying to target. So this allows you, if your market happens to reside on Twitch and follow some of the big gamers, some of the big influencers in gaming, in esports, excuse me. That's just one E. So in esports, and you can find out as far as whether or not the types of games or the type of people, maybe there's some additional targeting that you can do in your sponsored display ads that allows you to reach that target audience through the Twitch live streams. All right, so let's jump over to demand side platform, DSP. As I already mentioned before, Canopy Management, my advertising agency, does manage in-house demand side or DSP platform, and we have a phenomenal track record. So definitely reach out if that's something you want to consider. It is not the same as what you would access. You cannot access it through Seller Central, right? It is not part of Amazon's native PPC. This is typically there are some on Amazon ads, and there's also some retargeting ads, mostly going to be retargeting ads outside of the Amazon platform, through Amazon sister sites, including Twitch, like you just saw in there, right? But also through a lot of the other hundreds of different companies and websites that Amazon is either owns or is partnered with in order to get retargeting ads. An example of a retargeting ad or remarketing ad is somebody comes through and they purchase your product, and then later on you add on a secondary or a related product or a better improved product, and you want to go reach out and run ads off of Amazon to these other sites and try to attract them back to your store at a future date and say, hey, you know what, you bought this previous product, but we've got a better one now, or we've got something that is a different color, or whatever the case is. You can bring them back to your shop based off of the fact they made a purchase from you previously through one of your ads. There's also ways in order to, if they didn't purchase your product or they didn't even purchase your competitor's product, you can run retargeting ads to them to try to pull them back and actually close the sale, which is pretty cool. There's a lot more to DSP than that. It's a very powerful platform. But one of the things that they introduced here is they introduced the ability to add in custom images and product titles to the ads, which is a phenomenal thing, because typically it was kind of one of these classic situations where it was like just pulling in information from the product title and the product listing title and product listing images. Now you can actually do custom images, which if you are trying to tune your messaging to your target audience, then you know that custom images, custom titles is going to be key in order to really narrowing down your messaging to focus on a very narrow, very specific, high converting target audience. All right, so and then last one for demand side platform is the ability to measure brand marketing impact using what they call Amazon Brand Lift. Now, this is within the Amazon DSP platform. This is under studies, and you can create a studies and specifically under Brand Lift. And this essentially gives you the ability. It uses what they call Amazon Shopper Panel to provide survey insights with your target audience to see how much of these the advertising campaigns that you're running impacted who reported, who completed the survey or who responded to the request for the Brand Lift surveys, so that you understand. Are they aware of your brand? Are you actually, of all the marketing advertising efforts that you're putting in or putting off Amazon, on Amazon, are you starting to gain traction as far as people actually recognizing your brand? So that is something that's pretty cool for those of you who know how to use it or are working with an agency that can run the DSP. Yes. All right. So those are the updates for October. Do keep in mind, of course, is that Under the Canopy is brought to you by my agency, Canopy Management. We have a phenomenal team around the world, heavy human-centric, because we want to make smart decisions. And so we only hire the best of the best in the industry to work with us. As a result, we, of course, have a phenomenal track record. You can see some of the numbers here on the left-hand side. And, of course, we do have a proven track record of turning brands into what we call category kings and queens. In other words, being able to dominate a product niche. Pretty cool, right? So in order to find out more about that, to have a conversation with us, doesn't cost you anything. So just have that conversation to see if you're ready or when you'll be ready. We have certainly helped a number of brands get to the point where they're very attractive for an exit and have done so, have been acquired successfully. And so we're going to handle Amazon advertising and marketing tasks. We've got a number of our own proprietary systems that definitely help a lot of brands blow up their sales and increase their conversions, and especially number one priority, increase take-home profit, right? Cash in pocket. So you can reach out to us. I put a little link down there here. It's bit.ly/grow Amazon or bit.ly/grow Amazon, all undercase. And that'll get you to one of our introduction pages over on canopymanagement.com. My name is Brian Johnson. Thank you for being here with me on Under the Canopy for another Amazon announced advertising features that have been released for October 2021. Thanks very much.